Kendrick Lamar's the Pop Out and Friends concert was Wednesday.
As we were talking about it.
It was on Prime Video and Twitch live. I decided, you know what? I went to work. I decided I'm gonna watch this. I had a live stream on the camera. I had my on the TV in the hotel in Tampa. I got my food ready. I had some nice slices of pizza. Those were amazing. And literally, I was watching this, waiting to see what I would expect.
Right.
Now,
you gave an answer way earlier that kind of shocked me, and that answer was, "This is the best live, like internet, like streamed on internet
Hybrid.
Yeah, like a hybrid streamed on internet concert you ever seen."
I ever seen.
Ever.
So far.
Yeah,
yes. Ever seen.
Wow, that's a big like.
Ever seen, because you don't really get the chance to see like live stream performances like that, like with the quality, with the effects. Like if it's like that, if I could get concerts like that,
you'd pay
in
for
the comfort of my own home, I wouldn't leave the house. I don't need to deal with crowds and finding my way to leave the traffic after the concert. I could watch it there and get all the joy and effect of it. Or maybe I'm just claustrophobic. Whatever. But the quality. You know what?
Interesting.
Thanks for confirming that.
You're welcome.
Wow. Anyway, but so we're watching it, waiting for it to start. You're hearing the crowds gather in and whatever.
Right.
A commercial comes up, and it was like an Amazon commercial. That's how I know Amazon. They put the bag up.
Yeah, they're like,
so they had the Amazon commercial where it's like they're singing like black song, like, you know, what is it, Shabuji? The current. No, then it's trouble shop of whiskey. No, get tipsy. The country song. One, here comes the two. He used Chingy. I forgot his name. But
one, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4.
Yeah, he used it in the country song. Oh my good Lord. I'm gonna shot whiskey. He did that song. And then you had
you just
some gospel songs.
You just described like 1,000 songs.
Yeah, I know any countries.
No, but he's
Georgia, standing there for me. Built in all America, smoking on these trees. I'm sorry. Anyway, Amazon did their ads. Dre and Snoop Dogg gin and juice ad over and over. They have a gin and juice. I was surprised. The funny thing is I seen it in the store and I didn't want to buy it because I'm not a drinker.
Wait, did you also see Snoop's Cali Red? Because apparently that's a very.
I've heard it's a very good run. I seen it in the LCBO.
Or
Lickmo, and I don't, I seen it in a random store, and I just never decided to try it.
Cali Red.
This is giving, they pay a lot of money for advertising.
Amazon paid Amazon and Cash App.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Wait, say that sentence again. Who paid who?
It was sponsored by Amazon and Cash App.
Oh, okay.
So think about it. Amazon Prime Delivery, obviously they go make money. And Cash App. I seen this video when it was like this, the Sue Surf basically, I made the Crips and Bloods bigger. Basically, like, talk about, like, the Amazon reps. It's like, basically, with my money, I made things big. Anyway. But starts off, advertisement. There was one advertisement where it was, like, a West Coast guy rapping, like, talking to Kendrick in, like, the West Coast slang. Kendrick, like, deciphers it and talks to, like, the author, I think, God, his name is like David Rom or something. It's like one of those big authors for like Principles to Life, 10 Principles to Life or something. Like one of them big authors.
Right.
And basically he was talking about like investing in yourself. Like always go for the slow bag because if you go for the big bag, and I'm like, why would he put that in there?
As company, as Kendrick with his new company, PG Lang.
Yeah, PG Lang. It was all in there too. There was like PG Lang presents. PG Lang. Yeah. So they're doing the things, and then DJ Head or whatever goes up. He says, you know what? He's gonna do the artists. So like bunch of artists. Let me get the names. The one Canadian, that was actually a Canadian artist, Jay Worthy and the Wops. Jay Worthy's actually from Vancouver.
Really, I've heard of that.
Oh, you heard that name before.
There's Rebel, Rayvon, the Cuzzos. I don't know. I like the Cuzzos. Rayvon obviously was rapping. Rebel had that song Untouchable was crazy. That
Rumble, yeah.
Zoe Osama. There's a lot of people. Tommy the Clown, the Crumpers. You know Tommy the Clown, Crump. They were doing their,
Right.
you know, all that good stuff.
Right.
Then DJ Mustard had a set. He dropped out. He did that. There's a song called Soak City. And then my man busted up. You know, they did, you know, Blast pulled up, you know, I've been talking, when you my spot open, it's an ocean, they did that track.
Oh, okay.
That sounds hard. That sounds hard. Ty Dolla $ign did Paranoid, you know. I said, demon just set me up. You know, my type of party. Don Kennedy popped up.
Very Don Kennedy is very
You know,
underrated.
Steve Lacy, I wish I knew you wanted me, you know.
So he was playing these people.
Yeah, these guys are doing their songs. Then Tyler popped up.
I wonder if it was because they couldn't be present.
No. They were there. No, they were performing.
They were performing.
They popped up. Yeah.
You said Mustard had like literally an hour set by himself.
Like, I feel it was like an hour because he had like different artists.
People,
Gotcha.
in and out, artists in and out.
Mustard has a lot of like.
And then when Tyler the Creator came out, the whole place, the whole roof lifted up.
Yeah.
Whole roof lift up. I was like, but I did not know Tyler stuff like that.
Right.
But I was surprised. But to the point that I'm like, I gotta listen to his music.
Because Tyler is this is one thing I know about Tyler.
He's very artistic.
Not only is he very artistic, he's very community oriented. And he goes very far with his like effects of like performing. I remember one time he was for BET, he had this dramatization where it's like, what's that thing when you have a picture, but it's only in one place?
Picture is in one place.
Yeah. It's like a freeze of a picture. Like it's just a
It's
scene.
like a still shot.
Yeah. It starts with an M. I can't remember what it's called.
Mirage? I don't know.
Not a mirage. But essentially what happened was it's like a set he had for this award show. And he gets out of a car, drives in this car. And then as he gets out of the car, all he does from like one side, gets in, car, leaves the car. And all of a sudden some wind starts blowing. And all he's doing is walking. But as he's walking, there's actually a conveyor belt.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a conveyor belt underneath. So he can't actually move. But you're seeing him going against the effort of this wind. Sick. Right? And it just looks like he's contained in this box. It was wild. Mind trip. Craziest thing. His clothes were going crazy. Everything started changing. Like, it was just madness. But his performances, freaking great. Great.
They did like the Nipsey tribute because obviously West Coast and stuff. Roddy Ricch popped up. Roddy Ricch, obviously when you do the box, it's gonna yeah, everybody, you know, and he did Die Young. Die Young on a ride one. And then not knowing that he was gonna pop up, but YG popped up.
Right. Oh, now that's
YG, the same one that Drake said, you know who bangs in the YG.
Right.
YG, you know, shows up at the Kendrick concert, does his song, Who Do You Love, you know? And then downtime, they started playing like little songs. They played Amelie. They played like I felt like every song Kendrick played, every song they played, I felt like they played it for a reason.
Okay. But it's obviously for a reason.
Like it's like, you know, like they're trying to make you know, like, yeah, we're playing this to get you back. Like at one point when they played the Payback by James Brown. I'm like,
okay,
that's interesting.
The big payback, yeah.
So basically, E40 does the intro for the West Coast. Kendrick comes in with Euphoria. Now, that was crazy because it's like he waited. The crowd was going nuts. He waited. Still like there sitting. Then he starts picturing and neutralize it. The whole crowd started rapping it with him. Like the whole crowd started rapping. Don't tell a lie about me. I won't touch you for you. Beat drop, pyro, like it's like a wrestling. What the whole crowd yelled, what is it, the braids?
Yeah.
Hurt your feelings? The whole crowd, and you heard it in the crowd. You know? He did DNA, he did Element, he did We Gonna Be Alright.
We go, oh, okay,
and that blew up in there, obviously. So he did Swimming Pools. He did Money Trees with J Rock.
Right.
He did Win. He did King's Dead. People thought Future was gonna pop out for that. But
That would have been ooh.
But
if Future came to the West Coast, that would have been.
then
No problem.
That would have been like.
right. And then he did 616 in LA with Absol.
Okay.
And then 16, and then he did Collard Green, Schoolboy Q popped up. That part, King Kunta hit in there. Mad City Man Down. That was sick. That part was sick because they had like the man down and the lights were going.
Right.
And this, I'm like, this is where money comes to play. He's in a red hoodie, he's rapping. And every time the beat goes, and the beats, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. And his hoodie is changing, like his outfit is changing from red to blue.
Right.
But it's the lights. And I'm like, oh, these guys have money. That Amazon bag is crazy.
And the thing is, red and blue is like, it could be Police Siren too.
Police Sirens or Crips and Bloods.
Right. Or Crips and Bloods, yeah. Or
And
CB,
then he did Humble.
An American flag.
And also,
He did Humble. And then he did That verse. Finally did the Like That verse.
Okay.
And then Dr. Dre pops up. Does Still Dre.
Right.
And he does California Love. And then he does Psst, I See Dead People. Not Like Us drops. The crowd's going nuts. He does it the one time. Stops it at A minor.
Right.
Holds it. Does the Hotline Bling dance.
That was so funny. Sorry.
Then he does it again. Hotline Bling dance again. But the second time he did it with the crowd.
Right. He let the crowd like.
Yeah.
Right.
Third time, rocked it again. And then, you know what's so funny? Because I can't say that, like, the first time he did Not Like Us, and he did the wop, 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 wop. The camera.
Yeah, yeah.
That was crazy. Great experience to watch. But what I realized is, like, not only the thing about, okay, how do I put this? Y'all remember when Drake and the Meek Mill thing happened?
Right.
When they were beefing?
Yeah, and Drake did OVO Fest, and he did back-to-back, over and over again. That's what they remind me of. So I can't say that, like, this was not, like...
Like, he didn't take inspiration from it.
There was no inspiration. But what I did notice is, like, the biggest difference is obviously you get to watch it live. So it's not only the people at the place getting the experience.
It's people at home.
People at home are getting the experience too.
Right.
We're not watching it from a phone. Like when Drake did back-to-back, but at the time, you gotta understand that it wasn't live streams back then. Like,
there were like clips of it.
Yeah, but it was like an Apple thing. He did the Apple charge up, and then he did the memes dropping in the background for the back-to-back and all that stuff.
Right.
It was crazy. That was crazy. So I feel like Drake, if people are gonna say that this is a shot at Drake or whatever, which it kind of is,
right?
That was like basically the same thing. A taste of your own medicine in a sense.
Yeah.
So for the fans that are doing everything to vouch for Drake just to get an OVO loot bag,
not just to get an OVO loot bag. Ugh.
Come on, like.
People are really out here.
The concert was nice.
What are they doing? Knocking on their door?
People are acting like the concert wasn't that great. And I'm like, you got to give credit where credit is due.
Yes.
That was a fire concert.
Wait, but someone wasn't invited.
Huh?
And someone wasn't invited.
The game.
And he had a 17-minute rant on why...
The game?
He said he had a family.
The game, yeah.
He said he had a family and kid, because, man, it's just sticky. It's just sticky.
He was invited to that one?
Yeah, he was invited. Apparently.
Damn.
He said it was sticky. You know, I mean, he's cool with Drake. A lot of people are still cool with Drake, and right. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. I think what makes it worse is the people are acting like that Kendrick is not beating him right now. That's what makes it worse.
Right.
For the people that are like, Drake is still gonna have a hot summer.
Yeah.
Like, my analogy for this is like, Drake is like McDonald's and Kendrick is like Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
So when we talk about chicken burgers, Chick-fil-A is the person for chicken burgers.
Okay, yeah.
No matter how much you try McDonald's to go on like, yeah, and then you have people that be like, people are out here saying Chick-fil-A is a chicken burger. And people are like, no, McDonald's is a chicken burger. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Right.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And people are like, well, the marketing, you're getting stuck by the marketing.
Right.
Well, yo, McDonald's is better because they have fries, they have Big Macs, they have this, they have that. But I'm like,
Fries.
but we're talking about chicken burgers.
You want to get the specifics. Like,
Hey, let's not act like the McFlurry wasn't a blizzard. Let's not act like
wait a minute. Whoa, whoa.
the McCafe
That took me
wasn't
out.
like
I really sat here
you
and
see what I'm saying? Let's not act like
they were terrific.
McCafe wasn't Tim Hortons at one point, Arabica beans before.
and what's funny is they bought Tim Hortons' old supplier.
They did.
So for those like here, like you're tasting Timmy's old coffee, which is better. Yeah.
Meet the founders. Dear Ronald. Anyway, I'm joking. But yeah, like I'm not gonna say McDonald's is trash.
Really think about
I like McDonald's.
Let me lean back a second.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Took me out.
So
Wait.
you guys are sitting here like, hey.
As soon as he said it, it was like,
Wait. Let's hold on.
I'm sorry.
Go back a minute.
I'm sorry. I took
The
some time on
Blizzard, the
this.
Blizzard is Dairy Queen's.
yes, ice cream that's mixed in with like different toppings.
We do research on the show.
What is the Oreo McFlurry?
Yeah.
And what is the Oreo Blizzard?
The only difference is the cheesecake
No, yeah, but
and the chunks. They
no,
actually
but
leave the
it's the
icing.
same thing in a
Yes,
sense.
in the sense.
Vanilla ice cream and Oreo chunks.
Yes.
Blizzard was first.
Yes.
I was thinking this question, but it completed it for me. But that's a whole other thing.
But yeah,
Anyways,
so I'm saying what it is for me is like we gotta give it up
so
to
1985. So 1985, the Blizzard from Dairy Queen was let's say invented. Okay, now the
McDonald's
the McFlurry was when we were like 99, 2000, I'd say tops.
Maybe.
Cause they had milkshakes, they had stuff like that,
They
but the
had
McFlurry was like
And McDonald's has been around for quite some time.
so yeah, 1995.
right. See what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, you don't say.
Yo, that's
Blending it up together. But anyway, at the end of the day, like
Something must have been going on that year.
I'll just say you
That's
can't.
why they created it.
Yo, it's funny we just said that too. Like people will watch what you do and be like, nah, let me remix it a bit.
Yeah.
I was reading a book about
That was-
marketing, and that was something. It's like try to be the first to do something, and if you can't be the first, be the second, but like
the best at copying.
or copying but different, like plagiarize but not plagiarize.
You have to plagiarize, but be so good at it that people forget who the actual original person was.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Plagiarize, but not plagiarize.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't know what.
But I don't know.
So good.
But-
It was so good that people are like, but wait,
But here's the thing.
you do it better.
Here's the thing. Some people probably work together and said, hey, you can take that. You can take it. We don't know, right? But at the end of the day, I can never say that Drake is not like a top artist. We can't say that.
You know what?
I could never say
as
that.
you say this, and as we said this, this is what Drake needs to do. He needs to go and take that whole theory
I'm
and
McDonald's.
just do it way better.
No, I'm not saying that Drake is not a top artist, but I'm saying right
He is a
now,
top artist
he is. But right now, Kendrick is beating him up right now.
in North America.
I feel like all around the world, man.
Worldwide.
I feel like he's getting cooked. But it's okay because this is the battle and not the war. I feel like we will see what happens in the long haul. I do think, though, like, it's the summer. Drake can pull something off in the summer. I don't know what. But we can't count him out just yet. I just believe that right now Kendrick is winning this thing right now.
He's on a, yeah.
And that,
But like I said, like I still hold the opinion. It's not landslide to me. It's
I
kinda,
think it's landslide now
You think it's landslide now?
for impact. You ever seen like a fight and the fight is like toe to toe. But then you look at the damage at the end.
Oh, so someone's lip is just like
Some lip is hanging, face is bust. If you look at the judges' scorecards, they'd be like, it's kind of even, sorta. They both lied. They both had some kind of truth. But at the same time, that guy's face is bust up.
Right.
So we got to go with the guy that looks unfazed. You see what I'm saying? So, and he's having a victory lap right now. Had the whole East and West just having a jolly old time together, dancing in the circle. Hey, DeMar DeRozan. Hey, man. I know in the Not Like Us, he said, wait, camera's right here. Not Like Us, he said that, you know, I'm glad DeRozan, they didn't respect him. We respect you, man.
No,
we respect you, bro. We have love for you, man, DeRozan. You were good with us. You were a Raptor that we believed in. I believed you got robbed in the dunk-offs that you were in. You got robbed. And you will always be a great Raptor to me.
Question. Is that his former employer?
Who?
Drake.
I don't know if it's former Drake.
Did he own it when he was on the team?
I don't... No. I think it's just because he was Toronto.
Did he own the Raptors at that time when he was on the team?
Was he ambassador? Not that time. I don't think he was ambassador then. I think it was a year
Drake?
I think it was 1 year. He was like the ambassador guy.
Yeah. It was
the same year he got traded.
And then we
got championship.
The next year,
we respect you. Listen to me, DeRozan. We respect you. Don't let Kendrick tell you otherwise.
That would have been
we
his
respect you,
employer.
DeRozan. We respect you. They just made moves, and the moves worked. And I guess that's just business in the NBA. And you know what? You know, if it wasn't for your talent, we wouldn't have got that trade. And still appreciate you, DeRozan. We still appreciate you. You know what I mean? Thank you.
But the timing of that was just...
I just don't... Now, the question is...
Wait, when did we... Okay. So when did we win?
2019.
2019, 1 year before COVID.
Yeah.
It's crazy how I just remember it. Like,
So he's been...
Ambassador since 2018, probably.
He's been the ambassador since 2013.
Way back.
Oh, okay. Well,
wow.
Good for Drake. I'll say that. I'll say good for Drake. Then when did the Biofuels Trading Center open? Wasn't that 2019 as well? Whatever. Anyway, but I do think, I'll say this. Kendrick is winning right now. He is...
I mean, that's not an argument.
The concert was great to see. The East and West Coast, man, it made you realize that there's a lot of history in the West.
Yes, yeah.
And then I believe that, like, it would be nice if Toronto had something like this earlier. Like, it'd be nice.
Earlier?
Or...
Something like what?
Like that, where like...
The concert?
A concert where all the, like...
There's
a lot of Toronto, not even legends, like the potential artists, the rising up and comings.
But it's like I'm saying, I think it's possible.
I believe it's possible.
But it's just...
it's just setting differences aside.
Not just setting differences. It's more like... Who's actually going to show up? That's really the other part.
I feel like everybody would show up.
Okay, so people
just like everybody showed up. Well, for Kendrick, and if it was a Drake and Friends, well, I think he did have something like that, but it was like more.
But it was
American artists, American acts.
No. So are you talking about that one or the one?
No, the Northern one was just Northern All Stars.
Right, but he should do that again.
They should have had like a.
With the new people.
The way I think they should have like a we the North. They should just have a We the North showcase. Okay. We the North showcase. Rise up and coming. It's just the politics, which every place has.
Right.
But
actually, speaking of studying something and making it better, Drake should just do it in a very generalist way. So like. Not only rap it, but like pop as well. So if you can showcase some new pop and R&B and be like, take that, take that, Kenny, and then those people pop off, and then you have more people in the industry.
I don't want it to be the North versus the West. Let's not do that.
What do you mean? It would be the East first off.
Well,
we're on East.
We East.
The man when
East
Kendrick
West again?
you know what Kendrick said when Kendrick said, you can copy this culture, you can't copy this violence. You may be right. Like, I don't want to copy the violence.
But we wouldn't be copying violence. That's the thing. Like, our history, that's the other thing. Again, this is one of those things where I get very upset about. Because Toronto, Ontario, Canada has a history. The issue is that we choose not to subscribe to the Canadian context and lens. That is the issue.
What do you mean?
It's the fact, like, prime example, we were talking about LCBO. LCBO has such a running of, like, historical things that happen in Canada. The fact that we had the, the Prohibition, and how that was a whole war that happened where people were fighting against the liquor distribution and everything like that, where liquor was just not something you had. Like, it wasn't something you had, period.
Yeah. But the thing about it, it's like, can the Prohibition be compared to the crack epidemic?
But it doesn't matter. That's it. We're not comparing. It's still history is history. This is like saying the whole the slavery versus what happened to the Jews. Like, we're not here to compare. Your history is your history, but your story is your story.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
hear you.
And we could still live off of that. Like, the fact that, prime example, the fact that a lot of the things that we watch and are packaged are Canadian things, but sold back to us because Americans came and made it on our soil.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's a big thing. We don't recognize that. How many of the top actors, performers and everything are Canadian?
Like, for people that
when
watch
you really think of it.
If you watch The Boys is basically...
The Boys is filmed, and Nate Phillips is filmed at Regent Park. Right. It was filmed, like, near places.
Some of the top shows, some of the top Suits. Airing things were, again, filmed here in Canada. And yet...
Or Vancouver, yeah.
Like, we don't take pride in the things that we do and what we produce and the history in order for those people to come here. This culture has existed. This is the reason why we are such a staple in the industry, especially when it comes to film and culture, especially when it comes to film and festivals, especially when it comes to these. We have made this, and yet we do not adapt or take in that these are some of the things that have affected us.
But see, they closed the Science Center like 2 days ago.
But that's what I mean.
The ceilings are falling.
That's still culture. But that's what I mean. Like,
I'll just say this. You're right.
Like, no one's caring to, like, think about what we actually offer here and keep it going or maintaining it.
I don't think we support our own.
And that's the issue.
That's what it is. That's one of the main issues. But
you're Canadian. But
I don't think people support their. I don't think people. There is a very cliquish thing until you're an asset some way, in some sense.
Ooh.
Like, there's a clique, but, like, I can't say, like, can you say it's a clique, or is it just these are the people that are winning right now? You know what I mean? Or, like, I don't know what to call it.
Why would you think it's a clique, and why would you think that you're on the opposite side or on the outside of this group? That's one. Two, what is it that makes you so different from this group that you think that you're not going to be accepted or they are not accepting of you? Three, the people who are successful, how many of them are really gatekeepers? Especially if you're not promoting anything Canadian. Right off the bat, you're definitely going to be taken off the thing, because it's like, why would I accept you if you're not even going to represent Canada?
No, I feel like there's people that represent Canada. I feel like I do think there's a gatekeeper thing. I don't know. Like, I swear, what's her name?
I mean, gatekeepers are like a global thing for those that are listening, watching, but, like,
I feel
in
like
this
there
city
is
alone,
some type
like,
of gatekeeping thing. Like, it's
like, for some reason, this city, it's like more amplified.
I don't think it. Honestly, I don't think gatekeeping exists here.
What?
Wait. Okay, I don't know.
The reason why I say this is because how can you
do you think it's just networking type thing?
I was gonna say that. Okay. How do you think you can gatekeep something when you don't even recognize when it's in front of you?
Wait, what? Hold on.
Yeah. If there's a star in front of me, how can there be gatekeeping if I can't even recognize you have any type of value at all?
I mean, some people know your value and they could just go like this. as I was saying, I am the star. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
No, but
You know what I mean?
Who
I'm
does
joking.
that?
But I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying.
No, but I still feel there is like,
By who?
I feel like you need to get into like a certain pocket.
and then the opportunities start coming because
Yeah.
they know
Like
they know the
that's why
person.
you always hear people go into the States and then come back and then they're a star here. Or like some people get accepted by getting viral in the States and
Yeah.
then come. You know what I mean?
But it's like how?
But it's like this person's been doing this here for the longest time.
like
Right.
okay.
Or maybe there's just not infrastructure where that.
I don't think there's gatekeeping. The reason why I say this, okay? Last night I went out to an event and I was literally saying to my best friend, I was literally pointing to everybody in the room who was a big thing. They're sitting in the room with me at a local restaurant, sitting here enjoying themselves. Where was the gatekeeping?
But that's not. That's an event. That's a party.
Okay.
A party is different than
No,
like
but
actually
gatekeeping also-
working together.
Like,
No. Gatekeeping is also being exclusive from certain crowds, certain events.
I'm
certain,
saying gatekeeping in the form of
that's what gatekeeping
having a
is.
fan base, creating a fan base.
But that's what I'm saying.
But I'm not. I don't think there's a gatekeep and like. Well, in regards to the event, I don't think there's a gatekeep.
But that's
I think we good.
But that's what I
But
mean.
I'm saying,
I
like-
was sitting in a room with a girl who has over 100,000 followers on Instagram.
Right.
In the room, and she's like dancing and talking to everybody and whatever, right?
right.
Where was the gatekeeping?
I'm not. You're saying gatekeeping in the form of contact.
Yeah, because that's the exclusiveness.
I think.
It's the lack of access, the lack of resource, the lack of giving information.
So wait,
the
so
lack of
so you're saying like, if it was a gatekeeping thing, you wouldn't even like, you'd be having like I have like reservations here, and then they'd be like, nah, you can't really.
yeah.
Oh,
Someone-
okay.
someone would be like,
I
nah,
see,
nah.
I see what you're saying.
But I think it's the fact you're there, and you'd be like, oh, you do this,
You're
oh,
close-
you do that.
So it's
Whoa,
like you're
okay.
closer when you're closer than you think.
Yes, and that's
basically.
why I said, how can you gatekeep when you don't even recognize who's in the room with you?
Okay.
Wait, let
I
me
see
fire
what-
back though. Could they be inviting you in though?
What do you mean?
Could they be inviting you in?
Me?
Yeah, they're like, oh, they're like looking at, they look up and down.
Are
they're like,
you since you got in the room? You think everybody else can get in that room?
Yes.
That-
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean,
I don't know.
and that is
See,
fair. I don't know. I
that's
don't
the
know.
reason why
That's
I'm
fair.
like,
Okay.
I don't know if I don't know if it's anybody. I think some people will work like they look you up and down. They go
I don't know about you.
either that or like, nah, I could use this person just to, yeah, let them in. Let's serenade them. Give them here.
not
Here's
serenade.
here's some wine. Here's some good food.
You
Let's
like a
talk.
cup of coffee?
Like the cup of coffee. Let's talk. No, let's talk.
Maybe.
Keep you off your defense.
I would. You think about it. I wouldn't know, right?
But that's what I mean. How would you know gatekeeping?
I would know gatekeeping if I see, for example,
Like, just
this is how I see gatekeeping in the sense of this person's been doing this for the longest time, like artists, like doing this music for the longest time, and someone comes in and they just skyrocket because they probably know somebody and they both know the same person, but this person somehow skyrocket, and it's not because their talent is better, it's because they probably found a way to get in by, I don't know. Usually, I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of like maybe the gatekeeping statement is not the greatest statement for now until there's like a take for that. But I do think there is politics in the sense of like for everybody to be in one room, that still could be a form of gatekeeping in a sense. It'd be like, yeah, I don't want that person in this room with me.
That's a very
But that is gatekeeping.
yeah.
It's I have this and you're not allowed to have access to it.
Well,
or I have all these things and I won't share it.
Everybody's like, for example, everybody's trying to be on Drake's good side right now. And if you're not on his good side,
Automatic.
But that's politics.
well, is that politics or just gatekeeping as a whole?
No. Because if he is
Giving
has
a
access,
service.
if he has access to things and you're allowed to have access to it, but if you then rub him wrong, That's not gatekeeping. That's politics.
Okay.
Gatekeeping would be like, and you get something, knowing that you need it, and he's heard everything about what you said.
But I mean, that's still a form of politics in the same way. On their end, I guess you would consider gay. It's like, no, I just don't like you, and I don't want you to win. Mm-hmm. So,
now see, and the funny thing with that turns more into blackballing, which I don't know why.
Third eye. Why we have to call it blackballing? You know, I know say that it shouldn't be blackballing. Why it have to be black? But why is a white lie white? Huh?
Let's just
That's
find.
what you wait. No, I know.
Why they don't call it a black lie? They call it a lie. But why is a white lie, but blackballing black?
Let's find the history.
What bad man not? I don't work with the black balls.
Right? So.
I don't deal with no blackballing. No blackball.
Reject someone, usually a candidate, applying to become a member of a private club,
I don't.
typically by means of a secret ballot.
Forgive me.
The origin, in the late 18th century, from the practice of registering an adverse vote by placing a black ball in a ballot box.
Well, I know say we should not use black as the balls. No black balls.
Okay.
I know say.
So it's
black
basically
ball in the ballot.
A vote against, especially to exclude from membership by casting a negative vote.
That's why man no work with Babylon, you know. Babylon, hey, burn out the balls there. Burn out.
See,
hey.
why did we even have to take it? Like, oh, so this was as early as the 17th century in America. Members of fraternal clubs often voted at their members.
All right.
Fraternals.
That's what you know. Oh, the fraternities.
Once you hear fraternity. Oh.
So they didn't have paper ballots at the time. Many decisions had to be almost unanimous.
What do you think? Like no one just decide like like why? Like, would you just?
Oh, they didn't. Well, they didn't
was it hard to make paper back then?
Oh, okay, well, I don't know.
Oh, okay, no. So what they used to do to agree on something was
fight.
No, they didn't fight. Was basically that was their way of selecting whether or not a project can go forward. Okay. So they would use black or white, right? Those were the options. We're polarizing. It's either yes or no, black or white.
I know, so that is not right. Why does the black have to be no, and the white have to be right?
You don't like boundaries?
Fire upon boundaries. We have to. No, sorry. No, wait, like what? No. Wait. What? Wait. What? I have to recalculate what he has to say. Wait. What? I have to recalculate. What? No. Fire upon Babylon, I meant. Babylon.
No, you don't like
Babylon voting system.
Listen, sometimes.
Then Babylon has to put in Joe Biden and we have to say Biden.
Hey, if that's the case, I am okay with being the black ball because that means that it's called a no and it's called boundaries.
I don't like being called a black ball.
So if you got black balls, that means you knew.
No for no ball. No.
So someone getting blackballed is like, nah, it's pretty much no for you.
It's a no for you, yeah. So that's basically what it was, and that was the purpose of it. So because they didn't do ballots then, it was basically...
I'm more trying to emphasize the color, not like the...
I know, and that's why I'm like, why are we internalizing it?
I mean...
So who got whiteballed before?
Well, whiteball was just yes.
Why would the white ball be yes?
No boundaries?
I know said though, hey, Babylon system, I tell the people that the white ball, it's the ball heads. The ball heads. Crazy ball heads.
No boundaries.
Babylon. I was trying to say Babylon. Terrible mistake. But anyway, at the end of the day, I do believe Toronto can have this if we just...
We should host it.
But you need to...
The vent presents Toronto something. It had to be GTA.
The Toronto Summit.
The Toronto Summit.
It can't be Toronto Summit. It has to be Canada.
But then...
Or the east side.
Everybody has to perform one track, and then they're probably going to be, I want to perform 2 tracks. I'm better than this man. Why is this man on my set list? Why is this person's word bigger than my words? Why is this... Sizzler broke his plot because they couldn't find his words. Like it was a smaller writing in the plaque than DJ Khaled's writing.
I think the easiest way to solve that problem would be debut year.
No, I don't know, man.
That would be easy.
That is none of my business. That's none of my business.
Like,
I mean,
because you know what?
When did you come out?
That
is the order we're going to go.
I just realized I have to go to Jamaica and answer to all these things that I've said here.
What? Wow.
And I apologize to whoever. You know what? We got to learn to just have apologies. I apologize to everybody that I may offend. And if anybody out there hates me as much as Kendrick Lamar hates Drake,
I'm rolling.
I apologize. I truly apologize.
It was the Wanda.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering, like,
It was that.
And also, one thing we learn is not to mess with the quiet person that is from the hood. Leave that person alone. The person that's in anime or whatever, that quiet person that read books, the crackhead, or the crazy person that's just there in the corner, or the person, man.
There's a lot of just leave people alone.
Leave people like
Poke the bear.
one time.
These days, man.
The first time ever I went to Brampton, I used to go to the bank at night and not feel fazed, right? I don't know why I went to the bank at night. There's just something I did. And I went to the bank the one time and I seen like a homeless person sleeping in the bank. And the fear that become like the fear.
Straight goosebumps, yeah.
I said I'm going to the bank because I remember back in the day that TD on Eglinton. Remember the TD that used to be on Eglinton and Allen?
Right. That one, yeah.
Yo, bro, I remember someone was sleeping in there, but I need to get money out of there. And instead of going to the coffee time, I couldn't go into coffee time because I only had the $120. And I had a TD card. So if I went to the coffee time, I wouldn't be able to get the full 20. So, yo, it was rough times. I remember, yo, bro, me and the homeless man sleeping on the corner, and I'm pressing the buttons, but I'm trying to press it in a way that, like, it didn't make noise, because it felt like I was detonating a bomb. Like, as... oh, boop. And I'm like, if I go fast, would it be a constant beep? Or if I went slow, like, bro, I was straight. You know, you press the button and then you're trying to like use your whole finger and this.
Yeah.
Yo,
with the old
holding my breath.
I can't with you.
And you're like, oh, it's so.
Boop. Nothing might happen, but next year it's
because the money's coming out now, right?
And then you have to wait for it to roll. You're like, oh.
That is the theme for today's episode.
As it's shuffling out,
yeah, you hear
the gentleman
shuffling.
is also shuffling up.
The shuffling when the man just wakes up. Oh! Yo, bro.
He's got a nice payday today.
And the man was sleeping like right under the other ATM. Like he's like right under.
Oh, I remember.
And I'm just like,
it's like,
oh man, I gotta walk.
That's so funny.
But yeah,
and that's why one of the many reasons that one is closed now.
Yeah, it's basically.
Yeah,
it's a rental property or something. Or they're trying to do something with it, but.
And that's why some banks like they don't even. Once the bank closes, it's like, yo, do your thing outside.
I never expected.
Yo, I don't even.
I never expected in Brampton though. I thought I got away from this.
You guys have drive-through banks though.
Yeah,
that's some cool.
That's the thing that's different about.
Yeah, we got some drive-through banks.
I actually don't prefer them, but they got drive-through banks.
Yeah, I prefer them.
Because the last thing you want to be is like caught in the midst of it. Like,
oh, you just floor it. I just cancel it. No, get me wrong. At night, same thing. Beep. The cars. Beep, beep. My hand is on the red for cancel, if need be. The most tense time is when you hear the money coming in. Right. That's the tense time for me. Other than that, if anybody tries to cancel, like I'm ready. I'm ready to hop that red button. Like I didn't put it in park. I'm holding it with the drive. So, but anyway,
that's funny.
Another thing we're gonna talk about.